So we are here at a Ross at Tempe, or in Tempe, Arizona, and I have to say this is like the saddest Ross I've ever seen. They do have like little subjects TMNT figures, but we've seen those everywhere. And then we do have like these Misfit figures. I don't think I'd ever seen this before. They're Super 7, $10 though. I don't know, it's kind of pushing the retail. I think these probably retail for about 20 bucks. They do have a really cool tumbler. I think this is an RC vehicle, pretty cool. But we've seen most of this stuff before. They do have Pam back here, pretty cool. Power Grow we've seen before. Hit. This one's actually supposed to be on clearance, $16.99. I'm not sure how much of a deal that is, but they do have some of the select Pokemon figures here. How much is this? $10, I guess. A lot of Pam Beasleys. Nobody wants Pam in their collection, I guess, but yeah, that's about it. It's kind of like one of the more barren Rosses in quite some time. They do have some Chainsaw Man collectibles here, anime statues. We found another one of these Dragon Star figures. This one is the regular Son Goku. Seth Rollins over here. Yeah, this one's $15, so it's about the same price that we've been seeing it at. We have Peach, the live action, or I should say the movie Peach, $7.99. We've seen her cheaper though. And I think that's about it. TMNT little statues here. Like I said, this is probably like the saddest Ross. It literally just depressed me and got my whole Sunday off on a really bad foot. That's about it. We have a Slinky over there. More of these Mario Dio sets, but I don't know, kind of sad. They have more wrestling figures back here. Big Boss Man. Supposed to be some cloth goods here. Pretty cool, but again, $10 price point. I'm not sure if I'm feeling that. So yeah, I think that's about it. More anime statues up here. Oh no, actually we did find something that's pretty cool. We did find Atreus, is that his name? From the PlayStation, what is this? The Shapes collection, I think it's called. Let's see how much it's going for. Well, it doesn't have a price point. There's another one up here. Let's see if we can find it with a price point. Yeah, $12.99. Not bad. It's pretty cool. A ton of sculpted detail, paint everywhere. So that's not a bad find. $12.99. I'm not really too interested in this figure. I did pick up the the alloy figure for this particular line, but that's about it. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about this guy. It's pretty cool. Spin Master's kind of trying to make 112 collectibles nowadays, which is pretty awesome. 33 points of articulation, really. I may call BS on that. I don't think it has that many points of articulation, but still, I think these retails for about 25, so you're essentially paying about 50% off. There are 3 of these. I kind of wished his father was here, but I don't know. Let's look around, see if we find something else here. And then even more of these select Pokemon figures, but as I said, not really that much of an FD discount. 15, I'm gonna assume these go for about like 20, 25 bucks around there, but still, they're starting to stock up more on Pokemon collectibles. I'm not sure if they're not selling well, like at retail. So, but yeah, more of these available. And then they do have more of these Mario Kart vehicles here. They have Luigi and they have Mario down there. They're going for $12.99. I think they retail for about 25. It's not really that bad of a deal. Pretty good. I decided to make a quick stop at Five Below, and they have a ton of these little mini pops and stuff. Little Funko minis, and then a bunch of like these little blind boxes, which I don't buy too often, but they're still pretty cool. They have some Jurassic stuff, One Piece, Gremlins, and I believe they're all about $5, a little bit over, like $5.80, $5.90. They even have some Disney minis here, Tramp. They have Lady back there, Pongo. They have Nightmare Before Christmas here. Jack Skellington, Log. They even have some Harry Potter ones. These are blind boxes though, I can't see. Oh, they're tiny little snow globes. So, and then more of these retro toy minis. They have some Marvel stuff. I think these are Spider-Man blind boxes. They have a ton of these. $20.99. They have Miles in there, the Civil War suit. A lot of cool stuff, and they even have some Funko Pops down here. They have Elliot from E.T., Indiana Jones, Funko Pops down there, a bunch of Elliots, and again, more of the Disney. Oh, I guess these are like Disney, what is it, zippers? These are really cool. I like them. They have some of these Sonic Funko minis here. Pretty cool. They have Sonic, Tails, Knuckles. They even have Cowboy Knuckles in there. Pretty cool. I think these are the more rare ones, I'm assuming. They have some little minifigures for the One Piece series. They even have some of the new Simpsons. What are these, like 2.5-inch little figures from Jax? This is a new Bart one. It has a Krusty hat on it. Really cool. Have more of these little minis, and then they have Hot Wheels here. The Hot Wheels usually that they have here are not really too coveted, but still cool. They even have some little Harry Potter vehicles here. They even have some Teletubby mini, I guess, collectibles. I'm not sure if these are not Funkos, but really cool. They have even some die-cast or like metal little figures from Jada Toys here. Transformers, but these are the ones that really caught my eye. They have some Halloween 2 vinyl figures, which are really cool. One of them on fire, and then one of them, I guess, just with a bloodied outfit, which is kind of, I don't know if this is necessarily for children, definitely for adults 17 plus, but still really cool. They have some of the die-cast Spider-Man figures. They even have a Rick and Morty, or Rick here from Rick and Morty, Minions. A lot of cool metal figs from Jada Toys. They even have, like I said, they have Bumblebee up there. They have characters from Wednesday. They even have stuff from Minecraft. Absolutely insane. Did a mandatory run at Walmart here, and they do have some of the retro-carded Iron Man stuff, but it's essentially like the stuff that's just sitting here on the shelves. They do have that Francine Electro figure here. And I think that's about it when it comes down to Marvel Legends action figures. I did run across the new Batwing though. This is brand new. I think it's just a different alternate color palette, and that's it when it comes down to multiverse figures. Although they may have some next to the electronics section. They do have some of these vintage figures. I'm not sure if they call Banthas. I'm not sure. $10, that'll actually be a really good deal. Same thing with the deluxe Grogu. They have some of the Acolyte stuff. They have the new Moff Gideon, which we're seeing everywhere. And then the 2 figures are on clearance here as well, though this one's all the way down to $14.50. I think we saw it for as low as $12.50, but still pretty solid deals happening. And for the Jurassic era, it's essentially the same stuff that we've seen before. And I don't know. I think the eggs may be different. I don't know if I've seen those before. But yeah, essentially we've seen the Jeep before. I'm not going to try to pronounce any of these dinosaur names, but yeah, I can kind of remember them in the back of my head, so I know we've seen them before. There's a Spinosaurus down here. So yeah, I think it's mostly the same stuff that we've been seeing. The mask, we've seen it before. I know because my wife always tries to wear it and scare the kids, so it's definitely a lot of the same stuff. And we saw another one of these blocky displays, entire set. I did the math on it. I think you're paying about $60 for the entire set if you're interested. The whole case. Triple H, Lex Luger, basically the same stuff we've been seeing. I did see a triple pack down here, which I hadn't seen before, with the little table, the belts. Triple H. He looks like a Bible salesman there, so yeah. And then they do have these little Pixar figures on sale as well, all the way down to $6. So, but they took all the Buzz Lightyears here in this area, but they still have Wally and Sully. And I'm pretty sure Sully and Wally are the ones that are on clearance, and then the Buzz Lightyear might be regular still. Same thing with the Simpsons display. It's essentially everything we've seen. I think Krusty we had never seen before, which is pretty cool, but it's, Bartman, Homer with the donuts. We do have some stuff here in the clearance section. They have the Mummy figure. I guess it's a character from the Mummy. I'm not too familiar with this, but it's marked all the way down to 25 from 35. And then they do have Captain Cold $8. Absolutely killer deal. Includes the comic book, some accessories from the DC Direct line, and then they do have this. I'm not sure what the name for this character is, but I think this is a regular $35 deluxe price point, marked all the way down to 20. I wouldn't be surprised if when you scan it, it actually marks down even lower, but still cool. I'm gonna have to take this guy and I'll think about it, but really cool deal. Marked down from about like 23 all the way down to $8. Some of the new Lego sets here. These are usually loose, they're not behind a display case, but they do have like this weird Darth Maul in a mech suit. I don't know where they got this idea from, but it's pretty cool. Bunch of random ones. They have Kylo Ren's helmet. They have some Minecraft ones down here, even the giant creeper. And they even have some Fortnite ones down here as well. Really cool. I like this set. It has Peely skeleton down there, and it's supposed to come with like a code to actually get the Lego skin from the video game onto your actual video game, which is pretty cool. And then some more Jurassic World stuff. This is mostly Rebirth stuff, but still pretty cool. And more Minecraft ones. More Minecraft Inside Out. This is probably one of my favorite ones. I'm actually considering picking it up, but it's the little lamp from the Pixar film. I guess like a mascot or something. Pretty cool though. It's got the little Pixar ball as well. And then down here they have some Animal Crossing ones. We were really big in Animal Crossing growing up. I think I might still have this video game on my GameCube, but yeah, it's super cool. 389 pieces for about $40. These are definitely spiking in price. I don't remember them being that expensive, but yeah, they're roughly about 38 to 40 bucks, and then the lamp is all the way up to $70. So it's quite a bit of a hefty price point, but they're still coming up with some really cool Lego sets here. We're at the electronic section, and they do have like these little blind boxes for the Jurassic universe. They're going for 10 bucks though. I don't know, kind of a hefty price. I know they're a little bit bigger. It's come with quite a few designs, so it's really cool, but as I said, $10, I don't know, kind of pushing it. They do have a really cool Jurassic Park backpack down there. Horror section as well, getting ramped up. They have Jaws down there, they have Zippers, really cool. And then they do have the little Goosebump collectible figures, which I think if you're purchasing these, it's mostly just for the name itself, because I think the figures, I don't know if they're reissues or re-releases, but they have like very few points of articulation. You're looking at like 4 points of articulation. Really good sculpt work and stuff, but it's mostly just for the base and because you were like a really big fan of them growing up. But yeah, it was really cool. They got the Mummy, they got the Scarecrow. Really cool collectibles if you guys are interested. Well, I think we're all semi-interested in this because we all grew up reading them, but yeah, really cool. I love the packaging as well. Funko Pop section is absolutely stacked with Ghostbusters. They even have some live-action Superman stuff. Kim Possible, we've seen her before. We've seen, what's his name, Andy with Woody and Buzz. Jubilee, I don't think we've seen Jubilee, the X-Men 97 animated version. They have Lois down there, Naruto. They're pretty stocked when it comes down to Funko Pops here. T-Pain, which I think we've seen a few times. Elio back there. They even have Chucky on a wheelchair. Really cool. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff that we hadn't seen before. Pokemon. And more of those WNBA Funko Pops as well. So they're pretty stacked up. They seem to just have gotten way too many cases of the Ghostbuster stuff, because that's all they seem to really have everywhere. Down here too, they have a ton of these, which makes me believe they probably had a few chases at some point. But yeah, they ordered way too many of these. I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna hit the clearance section really soon. In terms of collectibles, they do have Luffy, the SH version, a bunch of Dragon Stars here, even the more deluxe ones. The more deluxe versions, Son Goku SH, Luffy, we've seen these before. The Godzilla figures, the anime heroes down here, Luffy, Gundam figures, and then they have these new little like tiny, what are these? I don't think they're Funko, they're like these little knit figures. Pretty cool. And they do have Lilith, for example, which is, I think, a brand new figure, if I'm not mistaken, from Diablo. This is like the Elite edition from McFarlane. So I think these are supposed to run like $50. Extra face plates, a ton of sculpted detail. These look really cool. And then they have this, what is this one called? It's one of those Spawn cyborg figures, really cool. I think it's a re-release of the original one. They have Punisher here. They have more of these World of Warcraft figures. I'm not sure if these are chase variants. I don't really keep track of these, but still cool. They have some more NECA stuff down here. They have Ralph, Nike, and who is this? Casey Jones, looking phenomenal. Yeah, overall really cool stuff. Even the new movie Maniac stuff. They have Kong. They have Dwight Schrute here, really cool. And then they have another one of these like little mystery mini boxes. I've been hearing pretty good things about these, so we'll see. Okay, so we're back in our little corner, and yes, you heard that correctly. Our tiny little corner in our living room. That's essentially what I've been relinquished to, but that's okay. That's what happens when you have kids and you're a family guy. So essentially, I want to start ending the videos this way, just kind of like talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing for the next couple of weeks, and then just kind of connect a little bit more with you guys. You know, that's kind of how we're going to end it. Usually I talk about stuff that we've picked up. In this particular haul, I didn't really pick up anything. There wasn't anything that was like calling to me. There were a couple of really cool announcements and stuff that I saw in person that I'd never seen before, which was really cool. But for the most part, it was just kind of like nothing that I desperately needed in my display, so I passed up on it. However, I still wanted to talk about what we're going to be doing for the next couple of weeks. I do plan on ordering some webbing accessories for my Marvel Legends Spider-Man action figures, which I've been wanting to do now for quite some time. I actually did have some Mezco little, you know, like little accessory pieces. I actually have one here that were supposed to be like webbing accessory pieces, but for the life of me, I can't find any of the other ones. And I've wanted to kind of play around with them and you know, display them with my Marvel Legends action figures. So I do plan on ordering some from eBay. I've been kind of shopping around to see which ones I pick up. But yeah, more webbing accessories for my Marvel Legends Spider-Man action figures just in general. That's something that I do plan on doing. I'll throw up a couple of listings of stuff that I do plan on picking up, and let me know in the comment section if you guys want to see a review on that. So that's definitely up in there, up on the docket. Any news that comes out, any type of rant that I feel like doing throughout the next couple of weeks, that's definitely going to happen. In terms of reviews, I don't really do a lot of reviews or unboxings for the channel. They don't really do too well for me, but why not? I'm going to try to get on. I said I was going to do this last week, but I'm going to try to do the Biker Mice action figure that I picked up. I have no idea who this is. I have no recollection of this particular franchise with me. So it's going to be, I'm going to go in this fresh and just give you guys my personal perspective, my personal take on this. And then I do plan on opening, if I get a chance, I'm hoping, because sometimes the action figure rants or the new stuff really takes over the hunts. But I do plan on finally opening up my Ken figure. I picked this up a while back. I just never got around to reviewing it. The box has already been damaged. Kids, okay, children, this is what happens. Don't have any. Wrap it up. But yeah, seriously, if you guys are interested in seeing that, definitely stay tuned. That's about it. I do have a few other projects that are, you know, kind of down the pipeline. So definitely stay tuned. And for this particular hunt, as I said, there wasn't really anything for me to pick up, but there's always going to be content, you know, consistently hitting you guys. And I'm hoping that I get to do way more action figure hunts, because I've kind of been low-key enjoying it. I wasn't really big into action figure hunts way back in the day, but I'm doing it more consistently. So definitely stay tuned. We're going to be doing a lot more of that. And thank you guys so much for, you know, just keeping up to date with the channel. If you guys made it this far, that's pretty impressive, honestly. So stay safe out there. Make sure to enjoy the hobby. Pose your action figures. Play around with them. Go out there. I've been seeing a lot of, even though I don't run into a lot of those, but I have been seeing a lot of great deals happening on Facebook. You know, there's like a couple of Facebook groups here locally. And yeah, it's people finding really good stuff. So definitely stay tuned. Stay tuned with that. Keep up to date with all of your local groups and whatnot. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.